Hello guys, this is UniversalGiant. Welcome back for more Let's Play Pokémon SoulSilver. Last time, we took a look at the Battle Hall here in the Battle Frontier. And today, we're going to be heading all the way across to the next facility, the Battle Factory. Now what makes this facility so special is that you don't have to prepare a team of your own in advance. Here you battle strictly with rental Pokémon. And since that's really the only gimmick of this place, I don't really see the point in explaining the info section. But we could either go with level 50s or open level. I'll go with open level because it's an excuse to get a look at some level 100s. Now when we make our way in here, we're given the option of choosing between 6 rental Pokemon for our team of 3. And we also get to see who our opponent's going to be. Blastoise, Vespiquen, Metagross. Blastoise, Vespiquen, Metagross. Based on this, we should choose our team accordingly. But I tend to go with a well-rounded team if at all possible. So we could go with any 3 of these 6 Pokemon here, and a lot of them are the same type, so this is going to be a little bit frustrating. So let's take a look. Mismagius, Shadow Ball, Power Gem, Magical Leaf, and Memento. Got Arcanine, Magmortar, Golem. I've used this Golem before. Its speed is really annoying. It makes it difficult to use. Raichu, T-Punch, Iron Tail, and Slam. Those miss too frequently to be useful. But you do have the wide lens. I'm not sure. I'd like to go with Mismagius, but it doesn't have the best set in the world. Magmortar with the Heat Rock to lengthen Sunny Day if we want to go with the Sun team, which I don't think we want to do. I'm tempted to try out their Raichu just because it's interesting. But who would I lead with? I think I'll go with Arcanine, Raichu, and Golem, maybe? I think that's what I'll do. And since the trainer is going to lead with Blastoise, I think I'm better off leading with Raichu. So we'll go Raichu, Arcanine, and Golem. And we'll see how things work out. Spoilers! I tried recording one of these before and I got my ass handed to me because I didn't have a very good team. How's this one gonna go? Hopefully better. But your opponent is stuck with rental Pokemon as well, and if you're lucky enough to defeat them, you have the option of switching out one of your Pokemon with one of theirs at the end of the fight. The annoying thing about it is that your only opportunity to learn anything about your opponent's Pokemon is in the battles themselves. You don't have an option to look into the summary of your opponent's Pokemon at the end of the fight when determining if you want to switch them out. And hey, a critical hit! Nice! So now I know nothing about that Blastoise if I want to use it on my team. But here's her Metagross, and she also has a Vespiquen, so I may want to save this thing for the Vespiquen. Metagross... You know what, now that I think about it, you're probably not going to be all that useful to me. Maybe if I can paralyze with the Thunder Punch, that would be nice. I'm just afraid of this thing setting off. I don't know what it has. It has Facade! That's interesting. It's a shame that we're not going to see Raichu used for much of anything else, and that's static kicking in, so now your Facade is going to be that much more powerful. Although, I am going to outspeed you on whatever you decide to do next, so it is nice to know that. And that's another critical hit! So, this fight is already going significantly better than the last one. And now might be a good time to come in with Golem. Maybe, not really. What's your... You have Rockhead. And none of your moves have recoil. That's nice to know. Okay, I guess we'll go with Arcanine. Oh boy, Arcanine, you caused me so much trouble. But Metagross's ability Clear Body suppresses any negative stat inflictions by the opponent. So even though we had Intimidate that would normally knock down the opponent's physical attack one stage, Metagross's Clear Body suppressed that minus attack. Not that it made much of a difference, but, you know, it's interesting to know. So Vespiquen, bug flying type from the Sinnoh games, female evolution of Combee. And female Combees are pretty difficult to come by. But I did use a Vespiquen, and didn't I explain this before? I think I explained this before. Vespiquen was really fun for me to use in Platinum, just because it's difficult to use a defensive type well in the main Pokemon games. And hey, we got through a fight! I'm actually excited to see what the next one's going to be like. But the question is, do I want to switch out any of my Pokemon for one of hers? Metagross seemed a little bit interesting, but it has Facade, so I'm guessing it doesn't have the best moveset in the world. The interesting thing would be the Blastoise, but do I not like any of my Pokemon to switch it out? So let's see, Tentacruel, Meganium, and Skarmory. Will Golem be of any use in this fight? I don't think it will. I think this would be a good opportunity to switch Golem out for somebody. But who is the question. We could switch for Blastoise, Vespiquen, or Metagross. I'm interested to see what the Metagross has going for it. I'm really interested. But would it be all that useful in this fight? Tentacruel, Meganium, Skarmory. I think it's the best one we have. Let's just see what we got. But no, we have no way of seeing anything about the Pokemon's stats or its moves when we switch with our opponent. That's what we got. I'm in it for my wife and child. There's no way I can lose. So before we even do anything in this fight, I want to check out what that Metagross has, just so we can make good use of it. Let's see, Metagross, Bright Powder, Zen Headbutt, Bullet Punch, Facade, and Light Screen. Yeah, I didn't think it was the best Metagross in the world, but we'll manage. So let's see, Tentacruel. You're faster than Raichu. Did I miss something? Why is Tentacruel faster than Raichu? What? Seriously, did I miss something? Why is Tentacruel faster than Raichu? This thing isn't choiced. It doesn't... No, it's not. Why did you use Sludge Bomb? Okay. Does anyone else know what's going on? Because I don't. Yay, we both raised our respective defenses. This is going to be an extremely boring fight. Yay! But Zen Headbutt, physical psychic move. Really nice to use. I'm thinking that was a crit. Definitely a crit. Not a crit? That was through a barrier, too. Holy crap, Metagross, how fast are you? But Bullet Punch, priority steel type move. I'm hoping that'll knock it out because of stab. Really nice to have a strong priority move. But here's Meganium. I'm not thinking it can do very much to us. It likes to status, and it normally... You've got Solar Beam, don't you? I'm wondering if this may or may not be a good time to bring in Arcanine. I don't want it to take unnecessary damage, though. Very risky to have a grass type use Sunny Day. Do I want to risk... I don't want Arcanine to risk the extra damage. I think I'll try one more Zen Headbutt, and... It's certainly not going to help your Skarmory. But there's not too much we can do to this thing as Metagross. What I'm afraid of is this thing setting up hazards. Which I think I've explained a couple of times, but there's nothing we can do with Metagross. Just pray that it wastes its time and doesn't do anything all that useful. Steel Wing, yeah, that's not going to hurt too bad. Is the sun still up? The sun is still up, so our Fire Fang will be boosted. Which is really, really nice, so... Whether he decided to switch into Meganium or not, the Fire Fang would still really hurt. Unfortunately for us, it has an Aqua Berry, which is going to weaken Fire Fang's power. It didn't serve me all that much help in the blue fight, but obviously it's going to help you. So we finally get to see entry hazards for the first time in the entire LP. Spikes! You can set up 3 layers of them. They're ground type, so only Pokemon that are affected by ground type moves will be affected by spikes. But when you switch in, you'll take a set amount of damage depending on how many layers of spikes are up. You can set up to 3. And I'm guessing that Skarmory was going to set up as many entry hazards as possible and start whirlwinding us around so when we switched in we would take more damage. And I'm also guessing because of the length of Sunny Day that Meganium had the Heat Rock, which extended it from 5 turns to 8. But that does it for this fight! I don't know how much longer I'm going to go, but I'm probably going to speed up the rest after I think about who I want to switch out. We've got Ambipom, Golduck, and Slowking. Ambipom, Golduck, Slowking. Ambipom, Golduck, and Slowking. Ambipom, Golduck, and Slowking. See, now I'm afraid because Raichu isn't as fast as I thought it was. Only 268 speed. Yeah, Arcanine's faster than Raichu. What the hell gives? I guess it's its positive speed nature, Jolene. Yeah, that's what I thought. So what do we want to do here? Honestly, I think Raichu is the least useful all around, but he does have 2 electric types. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm tempted to go with the Meganium for the type matchup, but at the same time, if it had Sunny Day, how much use is it going to be? Because it may... I don't want to get rid of Arcanine because it may be useful later on, but it's not going to be that useful in this fight. I think I'll just stick with what I got and go from here. So here we go! Battle 3! Will this be the last one? Or will this video be longer than a couple of more minutes? I guess you know the answer to that and I don't. But either way, we'll see how far I get. And that's it for the Battle Factory. 7 battles. That went a lot better than I expected it to. And for that, we get a nice amount of BP. 5. Raichu was a lot more useful in there than I expected him to be, and of course Will-O-Wisp was a lot more helpful. Never underestimate how useful it is to cut your opponent's physical attack in half with a burn. This is UniversalGiant, and next time, we'll be moving on to the Battle Arcade. See you then.